I'm Ginza, the human Pokemon.
Of course you are. Is that a real thing? I don't know.
Well, Ginza from Samurai Cop 2, he just says his name all the time. He's the human Pokemon.
Oh, yeah, right.
As he walks along a green screen background. Welcome to Mindbreakers.
So, I mean, you could say anything about Pokemon, and I believe it, because it's one of those things.
Well, all they do is say their own name, and Ginza, that's literally all he does.
Does that make Groot a Pokemon?
Ginza. Yes. Groot is a Pokemon.
Does it make Matt Damon a Pokemon in Team America? Anyway, welcome to Mindbreakers. We're gonna bring up our wheel in 3, 2, 1. Bam. We're spin.
Oh god.
And we get
Beowulf. Okay. Cool. Let's see what we got here. Beowulf. You've told me about this a few times, I think.
Yeah.
I'm sort of ready for it.
No,
I'm as ready as I'm going to be.
You are not prepared.
Ha! What do we got?
It's going to find the exact Beowulf we're watching, because there are multiple.
Several. There are several.
Beowulf 1999, starring Christophe Lambert.
Yay.
A sci-fi update of the famous 6th century poem. In a besieged island, Beowulf must battle against a hideous creature, Grendel, and his vengeance-seeking mother. What do you think's going to happen?
Horrible future Samurai Jack-esque bullshit.
But I like Samurai Jack.
No, but like horrible Samurai-esque Jack.
I'm expecting that Beowulf's going to go up, he's going to say Grendel, he's going to see Grendel, and he's going to say, Grendel, I challenge you to Mortal Kombat.
That's a very likely choice. And then they're going to have a big stupid CGI fight?
I don't think so.
Let's see what we have.
Yes. Mortal Kombat. I'm Beowulf.
I have smoke covering my dick.
Beowulf, god of thunder and lightning. You have no idea how close it is to the truth. Let's watch this.
In the future lies a fortress at the edge of darkness. The enemy is at the gate, but the real terror is within. A man more than mortal, born half of heaven and half of hell, is their only salvation.
No sane man would come here to face this thing. I'm not like other men.
That you will have to prove. You can sense it. You can feel it.
Christopher Lambert is...
You should be dead.
Many times.
Beowulf.
Christopher Lambert, Mortal Kombat Highlander, stars in this futuristic update of the classic poem written in 900 AD, 1000 AD actually, and set in a world of supernatural evil and inexplicable danger. Nothing in this movie is inexplicable, because they explain the fuck out of everything.
No, there are several things that are not explained. For example, why the fuck is there a giant straight razor attached to a table?
Yeah. Torn from a legend whose roots are buried in the mists of time, it's just a poem. Beowulf is half man, half god. Living in a techno-futile world of the future, that doesn't mean anything.
No, it means technology is for shit, though.
A medieval land where technology secrets are locked away in a mute past.
Yeah, meaning technology is...
Beowulf fights his way through a besieging army in the first 5 minutes of the movie.
Uh-huh.
And into a mysterious, ominous castle on the edge of nowhere to face an evil within. A beastly spawn of man and demon named Grendel. And now he must fight to the death in order to quell the raging violence hidden deep in his own soul. From the executive producer of Mortal Kombat and True Lies. Now, from the writer of da-da-da-da-da means something. From the director of ba-da-da-da-da-da-da-da means something. From the producer, fuck.
Yeah, just fuck it, honestly. It's like, okay.
This guy threw money at this.
Yeah, it's trying to be all, ooh, mysterious, like, oh, what's gonna be the differences between this and the sword? There's honestly,
the
like,
similarities are
little,
the similarities are,
little.
I'm just gonna say the similarities now. We're not gonna harp on its differencing from the source material.
Yeah.
But the similarities are, Grendel is a name.
Mm-hmm.
Beowulf is a name.
Yes.
Hrothgar's a name.
Mm-hmm.
Grendel's a monster. Grendel gets his arm removed.
Grendel has a mother.
Yes, those are the similarities.
Yep. And that being done with, this movie was fucking ridiculous.
We start out in the
several different ways.
We started in the fortress, and Grendel's killing someone.
Yeah.
And some armored men with chainsaws blades on sticks are going to fight him.
The king of them has a full plate mask that probably cannot be seen through.
Well, it's fair, because Christophe Lambert cannot see either.
Yeah, so it's just as well, I guess. And this man is in charge of a fucking army and carries around a massive-ass fucking double-bladed saw as a sword.
Yes.
Honestly,
his daughter Kara wants to come with, but he says no. The big Grendel man kills a dude and refuses to fight the king.
I've seen more sensical, like, more weapons with, like, more practical use.
In Final Fantasy.
Yeah, in Final fucking Fantasy.
And this is the series that contains a volleyball.
Yeah.
A wrist-mounted dog launcher.
Mm-hmm.
A giant shuriken. And several people who just do not care and will punch things to death with their bare hands.
I was actually gonna say Dead Rising, but like even like
double-bladed,
like double-sided chainsaw paddle is still fucking more.
Yeah, that
makes more sense.
That makes more sense because the chainsaws still actually turn on in that. This doesn't. This is just a weird blade paddle.
But yet the saws, like the rotary, like the
the spears,
saws,
the spear saws,
spears,
the buzzsaw spears.
Spin.
Yep.
That boggles my mind, among other things.
This is not worth.
This movie's very steampunk. It's super steampunk, and honestly, that's the only interesting-ish thing about it is like the setting. But even the setting's not all that.
Then a woman escapes from the keep and runs out to get captured by, basically these weird barbarian men
brigands
who are besieging the castle for some reason.
Okay, these guys are actually kind of creepy, but they don't they're not okay, yeah, they are barbarians. They live outside this fucking castle and they think everything inside it is evil.
It is, but they're right. They're absolutely correct.
Oh yeah, for sure. Because there's not a single character I liked in there aside from maybe the girl Kara. And, that's not even...
I like the king.
Yeah, he's okay.
Except, King Whisper. Because he whispered every line.
Yeah, the soft-voiced king. He's... he honestly really does need to pick up his voice.
Sotto voce rex.
Yeah. He's just so, he's so, soft-spoken, and everything he says is,
We had to crank the volume, max the volume to hear him talk.
Yeah, there's a scene where they're, on... Christopher Lambert and him are on opposite ends of a dinner table, or Christopher Lambert's about halfway down, and it's a wonder how he can hear him from the other end of the table. There's at the end of that scene where they're having the dinner, Kara just gets up and is she's screaming something, and then Christopher's wait. Beowulf's quiet down. I'm trying to listen to something. And it's oh, you're trying to listen to a fucking king's soft-ass voice? Because you can't hear him?
Yeah.
Well, like, he has really good hearing if he wants to hear, Grendel. Like, if he can
That's
hear
not
Grendel
hearing.
from the other end
That's
of the
not
castle.
hearing. We'll get to that, but that's not hearing.
It's a evil sense.
So they capture...
and hearing is a sense.
They capture her, and they bring her to a, as Gio said, gigantic straight razor tied to a table.
Yes!
Which we have for some reason.
It's a straight razor guillotine. And
one thing we forgot to say. The first thing we see are the opening credits. Just think Mortal Kombat's opening credits with the lightning and the flying letters and everything. But they carved a picture of Beowulf using stupid weapons into a circle with lightning.
Oh yeah, it's just honestly
same music too, pretty much.
All this lightning and shit going on. I was just like, oh my god, they're just hamming up. Like they just love the fact that he was Raiden. They love it. They love it so fucking much.
So they're gonna execute her, but then Beowulf shows up.
Yeah, and he confronts a man with curly, like,
massive helmet.
Horns. He looks like a male Rita Repulsa on horseback. And next to him is a man with an eye patch.
Yes.
And he saves them from all of these brigands with his, like...
No, he saves the girl from the brigands.
He saves...
using a pair of crossbows that are tied together.
Oh, the stupidest weapon. The dumbest weapon.
Two weird little sort of... like, it's hard to describe. How can I explain this? You know the batarangs Robin throws in Batman and Robin? Like the little bird-shaped batarangs.
Oh yeah,
it's those
things.
On sticks.
The best part of these sticks is the fact that, like, if they couldn't get any more useless, especially because he's using them on horseback, like, he has a fucking sword on his back. He could be using this for long range, but no. Instead, he smacks them with these little razors on sticks, and if that weren't useless enough, he has fucking, like, chains inside of the grips on them, so he could whip them.
Not even chain, rope. Not even rope, like, string.
String.
He then also takes out this thing, which has, out of the bottom pops a tiny useless blade, and out of the top come 3 chains with spiked balls at the end, and we were like, flails. Yes, another flail.
3 little flails.
And he catches a guy with it, and drags him along the ground, and then just unhooks the flail part from the handle.
Literally, okay guys, all of his weapons are just like single use, and then they're diminished. Like he has a spear, like a little dart launcher that shoots like
that 4... he never uses.
Yeah, but the thing is, it got used, but it shoots 4 little snakes out of it.
No, it didn't get used.
No, it got used up by accident.
Accidentally. Know if. Go on, say it.
His steak launcher go up.
There we go. Moving on.
50 Cent, motherfucker.
Shut up. So he fights through them. He saves the woman, and like, I just want to go into the castle and kill the evil monster inside. I'm like, okay, whatever. Your funeral,
the girl
idiot.
He saves, by the way, gets a fucking axe to her chest like 3 seconds later.
Yep. This mission was pointless.
Yeah.
He gets inside the castle.
Fuck, there's no hope.
They let him in, and someone has a very good point of, we can just kill him later.
Mm-hmm. It's like, oh, let's let him in. Oh, fuck it. He's just like out there. He's probably part of them, though. He's like, they're looking at the brigands. The brigands are waving at him. He waves back and just like with a creepy smile, like, like apprehensive. And then he goes into the castle.
One thing I will say.
What?
From this point, almost nothing important happens for the next hour.
Honestly, it's mostly just him bullshitting around the castle. It's 90% him bullshitting around the castle and getting everybody's backstory and disposition on him.
It's
literally like he's just a fucking, he's a literal
he's a
thermometer.
Not thermometer?
He walks in the room and he just like automatically, everybody is like, what is your opinion of me? And everybody just says, I don't like you. You're cool with me. You're a fucking asshole.
It's like Dragon Age. when you're in a new area.
Yeah.
And instead of getting on with the goddamn quest, you go around to talk to every single NPC in depth and do every meaningless fetch quest they have.
This is like this is like as if you're playing Dark Souls, like as if like it was a normal RPG and you're actually able to like make speech decisions and stuff. And it was literally like you're in a castle and there's a dragon at the top of it, and everyone in the castle is like, "Help us, save us, help us!" But like every time you walk around, you're literally just building your character's backstory by literally explaining yourself to everybody in the castle before going up there and fighting the dragon. But you do that in like maybe fucking 2-3 hours. Okay, there's nothing in your way between you and the dragon except for these people.
Design in this, by the way,
and your ego
is he has a long duster because it was the 90s, and you had to if you were in an action movie.
His costume is
and
very
then he
much...
had. If you've ever seen Guardians of the Galaxy 2, and you've ever seen Yondu without his coat on, it's that but black.
Yeah, he's got
with short white hair, which led us to the uncomfortable conclusion
he is a witcher.
Because he's come to this city,
a horrible witcher though,
with white hair to kill a monster with a ridiculous sword, and no one wants him to be there.
Alright, granted, the Witcher's sword is actually pretty cool.
Okay, I like the Witcher sword. I just wish you didn't have to swap between steel and silver.
Yeah, but no, his sword, like his every weapon. Okay, this is so like it wants to be like this was the precursor to Van Helsing. But
the
like,
sword also has.
By the way,
the sword has, which he never uses, only uses once, a parrying dagger that comes out of it.
Yeah. That's the only like
it also
like weird thing
which he
it.
never uses. The sheath is a great mace. Like the sheath makes it into a great mace and is spiked and made of iron, but he never uses it. Like he has so many weapons he doesn't use.
he's got so many weapons. This guy's so cool. He can't even use all his weapons.
I will say though, if this movie had action figures, and there was an action figure of this,
there'd be too many ads for it.
I'd buy it just to display. I'd probably swap the head out for a different, like one of my spare.
No, there'd be too many little side things. Though.
Yeah, but I pop his head off immediately and put an interesting character's head on him, or I just give all the stuff to other figures.
Yeah. I feel like the strings inside wouldn't even be attached. Like you'd fucking have to put them together yourself.
Yeah.
And you'd have to like attach and reattach shit
which
all
would
the
work
time.
Which would work better though. Trust me, actual strings or chains and action figures don't do so good.
Yeah, of course. No, I'm perfectly aware of that. And which is why
I just will say the Legolas figure that I had as a kid.
Yeah.
The best Legolas figure, which came with like a shit ton of accessories.
Yeah.
The bow worked. Meaning I would kind of shoot tiny arrows at the cat. And she'd just look at them and look at me like I was a dumbass and go back to what she was doing.
Yeah, but like, oh god, this guy's every weapon though, it's like designed for him to literally use it, lose it onto something, and just like never use it ever again.
It's like the opening of Blade Trinity. With that long like fiber whip he uses once.
Yeah. But like he had other things he can use. You know, it's like it's not like everything he's using is like just a one and done. No, this guy is the literal epitome of once and dumped.
There was an irritating someone who I thought was going to be a black. He's the nephew of the Weapon Master. The Weapon Master dies, and he becomes a Weapon Master, but he has no idea what he's doing. He's the one who wastes the stakes.
He's the apprentice Weapon Master.
And I thought it was going to be a black comedy Chris Tucker-like sidekick, which would have been irritating.
This guy's a Wayne's
But
brother.
he wasn't even that. He had no purpose.
No, his whole purpose was to follow around Geralt.
But this is the thing. He built, supposedly, because... Beowulf wanted him to build this weapon for him. But because of the sheer volume of weapons that Beowulf has, it's not clear what he built for him.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, he does have, like, the spring-loaded Katar he has in his fight with Grendel. But because of all the ridiculous shit he brings in and only used once, he could have brought that with him. I don't know.
Oh, for sure. But, like, there's so many things that happen that are unclear. Not just the weapon bullshit, but, like...
They think Beowulf might be an
many...
assassin.
Yeah, like, just
that's
so
never
many little
resolved.
things will happen to characters. Like
this punchable face man called Roland.
Yeah, he ends up getting into a fight
Trains
with Geralt and with the Grendel.
He does train...
And
he's supposedly training people, which is basically just him shouting insults and smacking people around.
Oh yeah, it's building him up like he's fucking guts, but he's actually like the worst, like the most punchable fucking character in this movie. He is this movie Shinji Okari. Yeah, he gets put on a
crutch.
On a crutch. Yeah, and it's so unclear how exactly he got put on this crutch, whether it was his fight with Beowulf or the fight with the Grendel and Beowulf.
Because they lock Grendel, they're like, okay, we're gonna take out Grendel.
Yeah.
Lock this dude. Keep all the people in the sanctuary. All the doors open, locked from the inside. They'll be safe there. Grendel goes and materializes in there. And
because they thought this was a good idea. The fucking monster without a form, fuck. Okay,
no, it is
there
revealed.
Are two things.
He is revealed, and he does look kind of cool. He looks like a bit like a Hell Knight from Doom 3.
Yeah, it's all right. I'm giving that a pass at least. But there's only two things really that are certain about that punchable character, and that's that he wants to fuck Kara.
Yep. Who I thought was his sister.
No.
For the first bit of it.
No, but the second part of that is that
he's played by Gotts. He's played by Gotts Otto.
Yeah, but it's clear that he's just brothers owned.
There's also we see Grendel's mother, who's a hot blonde chick who just kind of grinds on Hrothgar when he sleeps.
She looks like Pam Anderson.
She's actually
to the point that she's
Layla Roberts.
I was like, the fuck was barbed wire doing?
She's actually played by Layla Roberts.
Okay. She's one of the she's a porn characters. She's a porn star.
She's a porn star.
Oh, okay then.
She was in Erotic Confessions, Red Letters.
Well, yeah, she does show off a lot of fucking skin in this movie.
Interesting, you bring up Pamela Anderson though, because she was in Baywatch.
Oh, she was probably like a
character called
a body double. Or
she's called Nola. In the episode.
Oh, she was a full-on character. Okay,
yeah,
good.
For one episode.
Nice.
She was in Armageddon as the aptly named Molly Mounds.
Great. It's good that she's getting work then, at least. My God. But yeah, she was actually tolerable somewhat. She did have a lot of. It's clear that they didn't cast her for her acting talent.
She gets a lot of lines near the end, and it's just please stop.
Yeah, but all of the ones. Yeah, but she was doing was being a villain.
Particularly bad.
Yeah, but she's just I'm a villain here now, I guess.
Beowulf fights Grendel, cuts his arm off, and they hang it over the door.
Yeah, they reuse her sex scene twice.
There are
with
a
the
whole
king.
bunch of scenes with the guys outside the castle
where
they just are looking at the castle and do nothing until they finally they killed Grendel, let's leave. And I was like, why were you even here? Why did you stick around?
It's hilarious how this movie builds up there are brigands outside, but they do nothing. They literally just sit outside and wait, politely, for someone to come out so they can kill them.
It's such a bad movie.
But you know what? No one else leaves aside from the first girl.
Apparently,
and they end up fucking off when they see the arm of Grendel hanging outside.
Kara's husband is dead. They think he's an assassin there to kill, sent by his family.
Yeah.
Apparently, he used to beat her.
Uh-huh.
I don't care.
My God.
I have a hard time caring about the characters actually in the movie without bothering with characters not in the movie.
Oh, there's so many things that are just I don't give a fuck about in this movie. If there was... Okay, it would be easier for me to count the things I actually do care about in this movie than to count the things I don't.
We eventually find...
Really is.
Grendel's mother tries to come to the dark side speech at Roland, but we don't know if it amounts to anything. Because Roland
really
never
doesn't.
shows up again after this scene.
No, it literally, like, she just, like, literally taunts him for a couple of minutes, and then he just literally fucks off and does, like, nothing really, aside from talking to Kara a little bit later.
We find out that Beowulf is the
Well, no, it's true. He talked to Kara, and then he got tempted by Grendel's mom.
We found out that Beowulf is the son of Baal.
Yeah.
I guess, whatever.
After he has sex with Kara, because she's so Sudre, it hurts.
It's not like I like you or anything, but Beowulf.
Beowulf!
That's a good name for this.
There's an anime title. Oh yeah, I was watching a fucking super mega video.
I know I didn't say I'd talk about.
Yeah.
I said I wouldn't talk about how this differs from the source material,
Yeah.
but it won't. I won't talk about how it does. I'm just gonna. Obviously, it does big time.
Yeah.
And as an English lit major,
yeah,
I've read this goddamn thing about 7 times.
Oh god, yeah.
And it's like,
well, like, I've read it like once.
I wouldn't mind if they just called it Wasteland Outpost or something.
Oh, this movie is Fallout mixed with... It doesn't know what it is. It doesn't know what the fuck it wants to be.
I'd like
it wants
a
to be
video
It wants to be like high fantasy with like monsters and weird like magical shit and swords.
Then Grendel suddenly just kills
crossbows and
shows up and just kills everyone with his
stupidity.
mother. Kills everyone except
Yeah.
Hrothgar, Kara, and Beowulf.
Oh yeah, it's the fucking it's Doomsday.
And so Beowulf kills Grendel.
Yeah.
Grendel's mother does the Grendel mother thing and tries to seduce him. We find out that Hrothgar is Grendel's dad.
And is trying to basically tell Beowulf, like, yes, I am, like...
we are
know
not
how
so
much you love
different.
the blood of other people.
It's basically, if you've ever seen a villain in a movie ever, we're not so different, you and I.
I like to suck the blood, you like the blood,
And the way she's
blood.
the way she talks about it, it's like, sure, blood.
It's so bad. It's like, you see her, your blood pumps.
It's like,
I like
that's blood pumps
I'm
juice
like,
all the
whatever
time.
you do, it just blood pumps anyway. I was watching
Apparently,
a super mega video,
yeah.
and they were like, "There's a lot of shut-in Christian kids that love watching anime," and it's
Okay.
like, can you imagine if like there was a Bible anime?
Hold my beer.
And I want to actually. Okay, I've seen.
Wait.
incarnations
Can
of-
you imagine if one of them
Anime
tried to
Jesus?
find a Bible anime and stumbled on Bible Black?
Okay. To be honest,
But
I'm
there
pretty
is
sure that's happened
in the
more than once.
beginning Bible stories.
Bible stories.
An anime television series based on the Bible's Hebrew scriptures.
Oh God, when was this made?
1980.
Oh Lord.
Created by Osamu Tezuka. The series was co-produced between Nippon marked the 4th time Bible stories formed the basis of a Japanese animated television series.
Fuck.
Episode list. Fuck, there are 26 of them.
Jesus.
The Creation, Cain and Abel, Story of Noah, Tower of Babel, Abraham the Forefather, Sodom and Gomorrah. That sounds fun for an anime.
Oh hell yeah, an anime Sodom and Gomorrah.
Isaac and Ishmael, Isaac's Destiny, Jacob's Children, Joseph's Triumph, Moses the Egyptian, Fire in the Desert, Moses and the Pharaoh, The Exodus, Laws Carved in Stone, Israel's Treachery, A New Alliance, Jericho, One King for Israel, King Saul, King David, King Solomon.
And the list goes on and on.
The Exile of Israel, Released from Bondage. That could be something very different in anime.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Prophets in the Desert and the Birth of Jesus.
Okay, I have to watch this.
Oh, and what biblical character do you want to know who plays?
I want to know who plays Jesus.
No, he's only a baby.
Oh, okay, I want to know who plays John the Baptist.
Again, would still be a baby.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Oh fuck yeah.
John
you're
is
right,
just, like the same age as Jesus.
Okay. God.
God.
There's two God. No, Messenger of God, Mary.
So Mary is played by Yuri Amono.
Fairy.
The Messenger of God is
No,
Sho Hayami, and God is Hidekatsu Shibata.
Adam.
Akira Kume is the narrator.
Who
Who is Rocco? Question: who is Rocco?
Rocco?
Yeah, look above Adam. Mayumi Tanaka. Rocco.
It was his past life. It wasn't his modern life. It was his Rocco's past life.
I gotta check this out just out of sheer curiosity.
Yeah, for sure.
Anyway, Beowulf.
God, why?
So Grendel's mother turns into this big old thing.
Yeah. She turns into a fucking Cronenberg monster.
And so Beowulf kills her.
You
know what he does too often in this movie?
What?
The very impractical backflip 1,000 times to dodge from something.
Oh yeah, there's one part where he just straight up does 7 backflips, and I was like, oh good, he got the Boy Wonder achievement from fucking Lego Batman.
His stunt double.
Oh yeah, sorry. Christopher Lambert can't do like half the things that he like.
He can barely see.
Oh yeah,
which is highlighted when he first meets Kara, and he stares directly into her cleavage and then squints
long into her tits. And looks like he's both confused and upset by these breasts. And she's just like standing like maybe about like 3 meters, like 3 centimeters in front of him, and she's just like talking all condescending to him because Sudre.
So he kills Grendel's mother with a flamethrower made that sticks out of the wall.
Mm-hmm.
Well, he cuts one of the gas torches off, and that's how it happens. But still,
yeah. And
so she dies, and then they leave, and then the fortress blows up, and then the movie's over.
Yeah. This movie was prolonged by lots of talking about nonsense, shitty backstories, shitty characters, reused shots like the pounce from the fucking
Let's
Grendel,
just say, we explained
and the
movie.
sex scenes from Grendel's mom.
We said the entire plot. Like, at the moment, we've been talking for about 28 minutes.
There's one thing we did not address, though.
Almost most of the important plot in under 28 minutes, because we've been talking about more than just the plot in these 28 minutes.
Oh yeah, this review is how long this movie should have been.
Ugh, yeah. It should have been just an episode or something.
Oh yeah, there's so much that they could have cut out of this.
I would have liked this as a level of. I've liked this as like the first level of a video game, and then it goes on to different stuff. But
as a video game, even like I can see where you're coming from.
The first fight at least would have been cool in video game.
But then again, the Van Helsing game is better than the Van Helsing movie.
Yeah,
so
but the Van Helsing movie is pretty good.
Yeah, I know, but like that's also to its benefit. Not saying the movie's any slouch, but it is, the
one thing it should have had is for the final fight with Dracula, you turn into the werewolf and get to play as the werewolf.
Yeah, that'd been cool.
Instead of just I kill him with Gatling gun. Yeah. Even though movie clearly state does not work against vampire.
My Gatling gun go off. No. Every time I reference 50 Cent or fucking...
I had to beat him with a slipper.
Trayvon Martin dying. Because it's a double entendre.
The music in this movie's terrible.
Oh yeah, this movie is fucking bud rock to shit. So much so that it makes the Crow 2 City of Angels music look competent.
The Crow 2 City of Angels video game music look competent.
Yeah. Okay, I stand corrected on that one. Oh, fuck. Oh, this movie, man. There's one thing before we close this off.
Yeah.
The most distracting thing and the most nonsensical, the thing that sums up this entire movie is the top of this fucking castle. The top is tower.
The crenellations are like inward curving spikes.
Oh yeah.
But constantly opening and closing, and every time they close, shooting fire.
just
why?
Just like basically just like clamping in and out, inwards and outwards, and like every time they close in, they shoot fire. It's as if they're just waiting for a dragon to come along and sit down in the crenellation, and it just gets clamped, and they just shoot little fire. Or like, it's a medieval bug zapper.
No, it's like
that's what it is. It's a medieval.
You know, around Alexis and Neon and malls, they have along the kind of like awnings they have. They have
Yeah.
these tiny spikes to keep pigeons from landing on it. Yeah, it's that. It's that.
Free dinner just falls through the hole every now and again. But, like, you know what? This thing was clearly not designed to keep monsters out, because it doesn't keep fucking Grendel out, and it doesn't keep his mom out.
They were both already there, though. That's the thing.
Yeah, this thing, though, serves no purpose. It's literally there for aesthetic. It is not even a Venus flytrap. It's literally just, like... It's more of a... It's more of a corsage than a flower, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
It's fucking nonsense. It's all just fucking salad dressing.
So what do you give this?
No,
movie?
not even
good
dressing.
salad dressing.
No, it's fucking window. It's
window
paint.
dressing.
It's window paint.
So what do you give this movie?
Oh, Lord. Fuck. God damn. I give it... Okay, you know what? I give it the reused sex scenes of Barbed Wire and the King out of a straight razor guillotine to the fucking head. That's what I give it.
I give it a weapon it can use more than once.
But you know what? It would still throw it away.
Yep.
You do realize that, right?
I know.
Like... Okay, they were trying to make that guy, the fucking army dude there, the General Guts.
Yeah.
They're trying to make him look cool and shit, like, make him use his fucking greatsword all the time and, like, made him look all badass. But he's just whiny and mopey and just wants to fuck the girl. So it's like, to hell with him. Like, just get the fuck out of here. And, like, his sword probably, if he tried to stab the Grendel with it, would probably end up just melting. Because nothing can ever be salvaged aside from the footage of Grendel jumping
Beowulf
and the
stabbed
sex.
Grendel in the arm stump with that sword and twisted it like a crank using the hilt and killed the Grendel.
If weapons were as reusable as the jump shots from the Grendel and the sex,
oh, you know what it is?
They'd have infinite ammo.
You know what it has?
What?
It's Breath of the Wild's weapon degradation system.
Worse. Get the fuck out of here, fucking Beowulf. Just leave us alone.
Yeah, so that was Beowulf.
Okay, you know what?
We were not impressed, to say the least. It wasn't that good a film.
Okay, I prefer Grendel's mom in this than
Angelina, granted.
Angelina Jolie. And that's the fucking... That's it. That's all I have to give this movie. This was a shit sack. It just was. Bye.
Alright.
You're filming?
Yeah, I'm filming.
Okay, so we
Alrighty
cooled this
then.
this Beowulf down
It
a bit.
is now frozen completely well. Enough for it to smash into billions of pieces due to our axes.
You're gonna come closer.
So, the three of us decided to wash the
By
shit
our
in it.
axes combined.
Well, these two washed it. I watched it shittily. Fuck this movie. So, go for it, boys.
Oh shit! It's
Put
gotta
that
go back on.
back
It's
in
gotta go back on. Hang on.
I want to try the new axe.
Wait. Hang on. One more with me.
Oh god, that's beautiful.
Okay, now you can try the new one.
Put it back.
Oh fuck! Look how it
Hey,
snapped.
give me the new. Give me the old one. Give me the old one. Here.
I just wanted to do
You
it for a
film.
second.
You fucking nerd.
Wait. Okay.
Here. I want to do something.
Give him the new one. No. Give Nelson the new one. Merrick, give Nelson.
Give me the new one. Come on. Here. Move.
Ooh. We're all gonna lay into it for a bit. Okay, it's just gonna sink into the snow. Okay, I think that's enough. Okay. Things are dead. Hey Merrick.
That was kind of afraid. That was a little scary. He came at me with a hatchet.
Hey Merrick.
Piece of shit.
So I hope you enjoyed Beowulf,
And yeah, that's what we thought of Beowulf.
as told by an idiot. Struck dumb.
And